Hello, online crew. Here's a conversation that needs to be had today. For those of you building online, can you relate to the fact that you may look around a little bit too much about what other people are doing and comparing their successes to your lack of, and then it gets you down and you feel a little bit negative? Can you relate to that at all? Be honest. Why isn't that? Hang on. There we go. I've got a little heater at my feet and I'm trying to turn it off and it's not working. It's winter in Australia. We're getting a little bit cold here. So can you relate to that? Comparing yourself to others in this online world, peers of yours, acquaintances of yours, people in your team, people that are sidelines, it's all working for them, or they're getting results, or you're seeing people that you know in the industry change company and then they get all this success and it's like, how the hell did they do that? Why can't that happen for me? Can you relate? Be honest. I will be completely honest in saying I still look around and get affected with peers and people like around me in the industry that are doing really well. Like I sometimes have to catch myself with comparing my results to other people. You might look at my results and go, how has she done that? You can't compare my results to your results. We've all got a different story. So I really want to have a good conversation about this. And this is the kind of stuff that I talk about at the beginning of the week. So this is my first live video of the week to really get you thinking about something to do with personal development, personal growth, something to really help get into your head, to help you think like the person that you need to be to get the success that you want. Because I don't care who's teaching you what about Reels or TikTok or video or lead generation like I'm teaching next week. Like it doesn't matter what the strategy is. If you don't believe in yourself, if you're stuck in things like comparing yourself to others and it holds you back, if you're stuck in fear, if you're stuck in overthinking, if you're stuck in what are people going to think of me, if you're stuck in all of that kind of stuff, nothing you get taught as far as social media skills is going to help you because you're still stuck in your own head. You're in your own way. Am I making sense? Put a yes in the comments if I'm making sense. And this is why I talk once a week about these kind of things, because it's you that's going to make you successful. It doesn't matter what company you're in. It doesn't matter what upline you've got. It doesn't matter what systems you get access to. It doesn't matter what shiny object syndrome gets put in front of you. It's you that's either going to make it happen or not. So one of the things we've got to stop you doing, because this will stop you in your tracks, is you're looking around about what everyone else is doing and you're not doing what you truly need to do. Did that hit to anyone? And trust me, this is a looking in the mirror discussion for me too. I look around, I get sidetracked, I compare, I think negatively about myself and my results. Even at my level, like it happens to all of us. So let me get into that in a second. So hello, those of you that have joined me live. Great to see you here. Please listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you today, because this is so important, okay? Hey, Becca, good to see you on. Preach it, Dean. Hi, Dean. How are you? Good to see you, Margot. We got Leonie here as well. Very close to me. Leonie, you're only about an hour away from where I am, which is pretty cool. Definitely relate. Yes. Okay. So listen in. Stay with me, guys. Yes, you're making loads of sense. Yes, compare-itis. Absolutely, Beth. I get you. Shirley, makes total sense. So hear me out today. And those joining on Instagram, definitely listen to this discussion. So for those of you that are meeting for the first time, I've come from corporate, find myself in the online world, have no idea what I'm doing, come into this attraction marketing world, social media, go from a nice 6-figure income to being online in this network marketing, attraction marketing, going, what the hell am I doing here? huge imposter syndrome, looking around a lot at other people. Can I do this? Am I good enough? I don't know anything about this world. I haven't had success yet. I'm going to go online. Who's going to listen to me? Does that, can you relate to all of that? It's a real thing, and I've had it too. But fast forward, maybe 5 years, 12 income streams, multiple six-figure earner, all that kind of stuff. But my story is my story, and it's not your story. Your story is your story. Okay? So let me go deeper with that in a minute. What I just want to check in with you guys about is that you've been keeping up to date in the last week with what's coming up next week. Who's registered for our 4-day Lead Generation Bootcamp next week? I will not be live on Instagram next week. I won't be live on my business page. I won't be live on YouTube. I'll only be live in my free group delivering this. You do not have a business unless you have leads. You just don't have a business unless you are filling your funnel full of leads. However you do that, whether that's Reels or Stories or TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, whatever. We'll go through all of that in the bootcamp. But you do not have a business unless you have leads. If you are posting on social media, but no one's talking to you, no one's engaging with you, you're not having any conversations, you don't have a business. So we want to teach you how to attract leads, get leads. When we get leads, what do we do with leads? How do we deal with them? All that kind of stuff. So this is free all next week. Join me. HelenMartinOnline.com/lead generation. So just go to Google, put in HelenMartinOnline.com/lead generation and get yourself registered for that. I'm doing it for you for free. Who's been on one of my boot camps before and got heaps of value? I like to think I bring lots of value in my boot camps. I'm just trying to find the link here. You don't want to miss that boot camp. Even if you've done it before. So on Facebook, I've got the link up there, HelenMartinOnline.com/lead generation. Instagram, just type that into Google. You've got to have leads. Otherwise, you don't have a business. It's a free training. The videos will be up for a week. If you can't join me live because you're working, you're busy, life's going on, you're away, you're in a time zone that's not friendly to mine, you can catch up with the replays within the 7 days unless you purchase them or you're in my coaching community. Okay, so there's no excuses. You want the free training, you'll make time to watch the videos. Okay, all right. Tons of value. Thank you, Christina. I have lots of value. Thank you. Yep, we're close. HelenMartinOnline.com, lead generation. Your boot camps are priceless. Thank you. Appreciate that. So just checking in with that. Get yourselves registered so you don't miss that next week. Okay, let's get back on topic. Okay. One of the most, how do I put this? Complete waste of space. Complete waste of energy for you to look at other people and get jealous or envious. Like, be honest with me here. Some of you might look around, but do you not only look around and get distracted, do you get jealous or envious? So yep, that's me. Like, be honest. I will be honest with you guys in saying, I still do that. And I've got to check in with myself regarding that. And my journey's my journey. Your journey's yours. People that are more successful than you, there's always a story. But it's whether you're actually doing the things that you meant you need to do, or whether you're just that distracted by other people that it's actually taking you off focus of what you need to do. Now, here's what you need to know about comparing yourself to everyone else. It will absolutely derail you if you continue to do it. So I'm talking about this today because we want to raise, and that with all my videos at this time of the week when I generally talk about something like this, personal development wise, my goal is to raise your level of awareness so you change the way you think. So you can't change anything you don't see. So a lot of you are looking around at other people and comparing and feeling jealous and envious, and it makes you feel negatively about your own results. And you're doing that and you're not even aware that you're doing it. So the purpose of me talking about these kind of things every week is so I can raise your level of awareness, so then you can think, oh, I'm doing it again. I'm comparing myself again. Or I'm thinking negatively about myself again because I'm looking at what everyone else is doing instead of just doing what I need to do. So do you see why I kind of talk about these things? You can't change anything you don't see. So I want you to see and be more aware of what you're doing. Now, one of the things you might be doing is scrolling. And those that have got a really good algorithm working for them, or you keep stalking them, you're going to see their content all the time. So somebody's content or a handful of people's content is hitting you when you open up your phone every day, and there's another story, there's another success, there's another joined my team, X amount of customers. You're just seeing all this stuff happen for people, but it's not happening for you. What's the downfall of that? It has negative impacts on you. It puts you in a further downward spiral of what's not going right for you. And it pushes you further and further down into inaction. Because it's not a positive thing when you look around and you see everybody else having success and you're not. You're in your mind trying so hard to do all the things, but you're not getting the same engagement. You're not getting the same leads. You put a post out on social media, you get no reaction. And you're like, oh, that didn't work. And it sends you in a negative spiral. I still put things out on social media every now and again and don't get a good reaction. Like, it happens to all of us. We've got to get out of comparing, because you are absolutely wasting your energy, your precious energy, to build your business on the wrong things. If you can look at people and do research, success leaves clues. If you are looking at somebody's content or modeling what they're doing, you're taking it for inspiration, you're happy about looking at it, you're using it as a learning experience, that's different. Because success leads clues. People that are doing good things and getting good results, if you're looking at their content, go, okay, what can I draw from this? What can I learn from this? Remember what I always say, what can I learn from this? If you're not getting results in your business, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and go, what do I need to learn from this? I'm looking, I'm learning, I'm watching another training, but I'm not doing the do. That's what I need to learn from this. So you look at other people and go, what can I learn from him or her? If you can do it in that way, awesome. If you are looking at other people and going, oh, I wish I had that. They're so lucky. Look at how many comments they got on their post. Why can't I do that? I don't know if I'll ever be able to achieve that. I'm so jealous. I'm so envious. I want what they have. If that's what goes through your brain, I'm telling you now, you need to stop. There is nothing positive about that. And psychologically, here's what's going on for you subconsciously. If you get jealous and envious of people that are doing well, this is basically what's going through your brain. There is not enough people in the world or success in the world to go around that they can be successful, and so can I. If you get jealous and envious and it's a negative feeling, you're basically saying to yourself, they've taken from me what I deserve. I want what they have. They've got it. I haven't got it. And there's not enough to go around, and they've taken my success from me. Like, when it's a negative thing, that's basically what you're saying to yourself. Because when you think abundantly and you think there's enough success for everybody, there's enough people on social media for everybody, there's enough room for everybody to be successful, they can be successful and so can I, because there's billions of people on social media. I've just got to find my people, and I've got to find my groove, and I've got to find my brand, but it's absolutely going to happen for me like it's happened for them. And you've got a smile on your face and you're happy about it, and you're upbeat about it, and you take it as inspiration instead of jealous or being envious. When you think abundantly, that's when you're in the right mindset. That's when you'll be putting energy where you need to. But if you're not, if you've got a strong streak of jealousy and I wish that was me, or how can they do that? And it's not happening for me. I'm working so hard, but I'm not getting the same results. You basically you're thinking with by limitations. You're thinking it's never going to happen for you. You're thinking there's not enough people to go around, and that they're taking away from you what you deserve. Whether you're probably not consciously thinking like that, but subconsciously, that's basically what's going on in your head. Because I tell you, when you think abundantly, you don't get jealous. You're like, good on them. You are cheering them on for the sidelines and go, I can't wait to have that kind of success. That's so inspiring. I've just got to work as hard as they have. It's like when you're comparing yourself to other people, say you're driving a car, okay? Driving a car. We need to get from A to B. So you've got to look forward. You've got to stay focused on the road. You've got to stay focused to, what it's going to take you to get to the next street or roundabout or, whatever. Like you've got to stay focused to get from A to B. What's going to happen when I'm driving my car and I'm trying to get from A to B and I'm going like that or like that? Like I'm looking at everybody around me. I'm looking at all the other cars on the road. I'm looking at the pedestrians on the road. Oh, they've got a nice car. Oh, they've got a Porsche. I've only got a Toyota. Am I going to crash? Is it going to take me off course? Is it going to stop me from getting where I need to go faster? And is it going to completely derail me? Yes. When you are looking around too much at what everyone else is doing, it's going to derail you. It wastes so much of your energy from doing what you need to do. Where if you just got a bit more laser focused on where you're going, what you need to do, your brand, your voice, your authentic, the way that you're showing up authentically online, you're going to get from A to B a lot faster than when you're looking around at what everyone's doing, because either you're going to crash and burn, you're going to crash the car, or you're going to go through that many roundabouts and loopholes and whatever that's going to take you a long time to get where you actually need to do, which is being really focused on your brand, your voice, your authenticity, your content, your consistency. You've got to do the do for you and stop looking at everybody else. The only thing that's going to really help you be, successful on social media is, the foundations of finding your own voice, finding your own brand, showing up consistently and forgetting the outcome. Doing reel after reel after reel after reel, story after story after story after story. Just showing up, and not going into that with, what can I post today to get a customer? What can I post today to get a team member? It's like, no, I've got a brand and I can help people with this, and I'm just going to show up and keep sharing that message. And it might take me a few months to get traction, but I'm going to do it because this is my goal and I'm focused on what I want. I'm not focused on everybody else and what they're doing. I'm focused on what I want. So for you to get where you need to go, you need to be more focused on what you need to do and take the action, instead of looking all around you, comparing yourself to everyone else and crashing your car along the way. Or you've got a dent here and a dent there and and eventually you total the car. Do you get where I'm coming from? Comparing yourself to others is a waste of space, waste of energy. It's derailing you. If on top of comparing yourself to others, you have feelings of negativity, jealousy, enviousness, you have limitations in the way that you think. You're not thinking abundantly about this industry, or the fact that there are plenty of customers for everyone. There's plenty of teammates for everyone. You just got to attract your tribe. There will be people around your age bracket that, gravitate to you, that don't gravitate to, a lot of the young people in network marketing or what, you see what I mean? Like, who's in your target market, in your age bracket, for what problems you solve? That's your foundation of attraction marketing and being on social media, is knowing who you serve and what you serve them with, what problems you solve. Stay in that lane, work out what content you want to do. Don't make excuses. Don't let life get in the way. Time block, for your business. Get really good with batch recording things, batch creating content, like all the things that I talk about here. Systems. So you can find your own tribe and you can get better results. People look at me recently, and I've just, not because it was planned, but something happened with my company and they got themselves into trouble and I had to change company, and I've had amazing results in the last 6-7 weeks. Incredible results and incredible financial results. However, I had a team, and a lot of those team came with me. I've got more experience than some of you. Don't compare this saying, don't compare your chapter 1 or 2 to my chapter 10 or 20. That's really important with comparing. You can't compare yourself to other people that have got a network of people around them, or have influence, or have a following, or have a team, and they go somewhere else and they get immediate success. And it's like, how the hell did they do that? Everyone's got their own story, and you shouldn't be comparing your life, your world, with other people in that position, because that brings negativity and jealousy and envious that you just don't need to waste your brain space around. You're also delaying in all of this. You are delaying being truly authentically you when you're looking around at others. Yes, you can model other people and look at them for inspiration, but the quicker you find your own voice, your own brand, your own your own vibe, your own personality on social media, the quicker you find that and then have consistent content that goes up that speaks to that, the quicker you'll find your audience and have success online. When you spend too much time looking around at what everyone else is doing, you'll end up sounding like everyone else, or creating content like everyone else. It blends in like everyone else, and you're just delaying cutting through the noise on social media and being uniquely you. Okay? Did any of this make sense? Okay? Just let me know in the comments. I hear you, Helen, or I needed to hear this today, Helen. I want to know how you're absorbing this. Yep, that's me. I try to keep my blinders on as much as possible, but I do get a case of compare-itis occasionally. Now, we are humans. We're human nature is that you're going to compare. Why I'm talking about this is that now that we've had this conversation, is that you can recognize when you're doing it. So you can go, okay, I'm not going to compare. Their story is not my story. That, and there's a lot of people, don't compare to people that do this industry full time. Okay, that's a catch. I do that all the time. I've got 12 income streams. My network marketing business isn't the only thing that I do. I do many different things. I often compare myself to people that are doing network marketing full time, and that's not fair on me. Okay, so don't compare yourself to people that are running this industry and on social media. That's the only thing that they do, or it's majority of what they do. Does that make sense as well? So you've got to be careful of that. So just catch it when you recognize that you're looking at other people and going, oh, look at all the comments that they got. Look at the views that they got. Look at the traction that they're getting. I wish I had that. It's like, no, we're not going there. We're not going there. Not my race. Not my, I don't, yeah, just we're not going there. Focus. Get back at focus on what you're doing. No one else can build your business for you. No one else can get engagement for you. No one else can build your brand for you. So stay focused. get from A to B quicker in your car rather than looking around at all the other cars on the road and you're crashing and bumping and having all sorts of trouble getting from A to B because you're distracted is basically what it is. Okay? Yes, Becca, awareness is the first step to change. Instead of letting those feelings drag you down, use them as motivation to work harder and focus on your own journey. When you see someone else's accomplishments, don't get jealous, get inspired. So well said, Beth. That's, basically how we have to interpret it. When it happens to me, I try to flip the script and turn it into positive energy. Okay? Jealousy and envy, a lack mentality. That's exactly what it is. You're not thinking abundantly at all if you are envious and jealous of other people. You should be cheering them on, like Beth said, and using it as inspiration. How do I learn from this person to do a better job of where I want to go? Okay? Growing my abundance thinking. And that's all it is. You got to believe in yourself and believe that you can do it. And you might do it a little bit slower. But if you knew, like somebody might get there in 6 months, if you got there in 2 years, wouldn't that still be cool? Like, does it really matter at the end of the day? You've just got to believe that you can get there, but in your time frame, not anybody else's. Don't compare to anybody else's time frame. Okay? Well done, Leonie. I so needed to hear this today. Awesome. Amen, yes. Yeah. Such a great analogy in the car. Okay, awesome. So needed this. Everyone's path is different. You don't know the full story. No, you never know. And in this industry, when people are looking at people that have success fast, and I know people have looked at me just recently, it's like, how the hell did you do that? I've got my story. I've got my journey. There's a story to me, like there's a story to other people. Comparing your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 20 and setting yourself up for disappointment. Okay, awesome. Last comment here, Christina. I need this, Helen. As I'm stepping into a different type of work online, I find that there's a whole new spectrum of people and goals to compare to, model from and get inspired from, not compare, Christina. I'm on day 2, so of course I'm on the same boat as people in year 14. Yeah. So learn from people, get inspired by people, celebrate people, but as soon as you feel that those thoughts are coming in with negativity, compare-itis, and it's making you feel down on yourself, that's when you go, remember what Helen said. Remember, I'm not going down that path. My path is my own path. And the quicker you can stay focused on your path, your content, your brand, what you need to do, and just head down, you're in the car, you're on the road. You're getting from point A to B quicker. You're not looking out the window in the rear vision mirror sometimes even. Don't look back. Don't look sideways. You're going to crash. You're going to delay. It might even completely stop you in your tracks. That crash might be so bad that you give up on this industry. Whereas if you just looked forward and focused on what you need to do instead of comparing yourself to everyone else, you might actually get there faster. Okay? So, food for thought. I hope there's, many of you that needed to hear this today. I need to hear it myself, because I do it too. Okay? So, remember, Lead Generation Bootcamp all next week. I'll still be here this week for my other live videos this week, so don't miss those. But helenmartinonline.com/lead generation. Don't miss the opportunity. This is one of my best received. This will be the fourth time, hence the 4.0. Fourth time I've been doing this boot camp, and this is probably the best boot camp that I do. Well, they're all good in my mind anyway. Anyway, I've talked long enough. Thank you for joining me live. I really hope you take into consideration what I've said today. Think abundantly. There's enough people for all of us to be successful, but you got to stay focused, figure out your brand, your unique voice, create that content, time block so you get it done. Don't get life get in the way. If you want to build an amazing business, you've got to do the work. You can't think your way to being successful. You've actually got to do the work. So go and do the work. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me live, for those that have and those that catch the replay. And I'll see you in 2 days' time for my next video.